Hello and welcome back to another Always Creative Design video. Today we're going to take a look at the onboard video from 2024 season. Started out like we normally do at Wheels of Turning, just testing out all the systems this time. The new engine placement, new transmission, new water, new fuel, new exhaust, new a lot. So let's try everything out. The lockout transmission worked, and the gearing was, I guess that gearing was really far off, but other than that, it worked absolutely perfect. Next was Van Cleek Hill, and this was our best outing of the year. Tractor ran absolutely perfect, went down and scored us a second place. This is the open class, 8,000 pounds. This is where we compete against the 4x4 diesels. There really isn't much of a competition. My tractor can't even weigh 8,000 pounds. I'd have to bolt so much steel onto it, it'd be ridiculous. So we just go out and have fun in this class, so you can get 2 runs at an event. The only thing that was wrong here was that at the end of the track, our valve train was losing a bit of control, I think, and our lifters were going, because you'd start the engine up at the end and it was very loud. Other than that, it ran really good all the way to the end, and look, it pulled almost 6,000 all the way down, so it worked really well, and was happy with it. But next thing I had to do was replace the lifters, and we replaced them with a hydraulic roller lifter, and we've tested that out here at Quillon. Once again, the engine ran really good here. I think I actually could have been more competitive here if we had just got the right setup. We picked the low gear, and that was just incorrect. No problems there, the engine ran great. Here we went to Delta. We changed the intake to a much more aggressive intake, and this is when our problems started to show. It was not because of the intake, but the engine was beginning to get tired, and having all that more air come in and more fuel, I just think the cylinders were not having it anymore. So the rest of the season we really kind of struggled to get everything to run smoothly. Every time we try and lock it up, as you'll see here, it just starts cutting the engine out. Yeah, so wasn't too happy about that, but at this point we still figured that, oh, it must have been something that we've done, right? It's always the last thing that you changed. But in this case, it was not. And same thing happened here. Went down the track, and we tried a lot of different things throughout the season to fix this. But it was just not something that could be done tuning-wise. It was a mechanical problem. And, at the end of the season, we recently tore the engine apart, did a leak down, and we had cylinders leaking like 35%, and air was going out the valves, the exhaust, the intake. It was just down through the cylinders. The rings were leaking. Everything was leaking. The engine had been used up, and so it needs a refresh. But we actually did get the engine to run here at Wheels of Turning. We got the engine tuned on the chassis dyno, which is a little bit difficult with the tractor due to the low gearing. But it did run better, and it did take the lockup at Wheels of Turning. Reason why it did, though, is that the sled was set up really light. You'll see here, I lock it up, it works perfect, but I let out because I could have taken this sled downtown, like, ridiculously light. But, so it was kind of a good test, but otherwise it also kind of gave us false results. It is what it is, and hopefully, because of this, though, we thought that it was going to run well at Shawville, which was next. We're really hoping that when we locked it up, it was going to rip and go. But as you'll see at night, it's easier to see things that are wrong because it just misses all the way down the track. Just watch the exhaust. And it starts to miss. You see the headers are getting really hot too because things aren't working properly, and it's just an all-over disaster. Here at Oktoberfest, we knew the engine was running poorly by this point, but we just wanted to go to the events and continue the series and support everything. But we picked the wrong gear by a long shot. We picked the tall gear. It's really deceiving at Oktoberfest because the track is so short. It looks like you're going the full length, which is normally 300 feet, but 300 feet is out the gate at the other end, so that you're really only going 230, 250 maybe. So picked the wrong gear there. And then finally here was the last pull of the season. Didn't even lock it up going down because I knew it wouldn't work. The engine was just going to die. But, finished off the season with a decent pull. Happy with the results in the end. Just need a little bit of work done on the engine, and we've started on that. So, happy to see how everything's going, and looking forward to next year. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.